All right, thank you, Mitchell. I am Tom Downey. That is Harris Rubenstein. Use Super Chat, folks, that little money icon by the chat to have your comments shown live. If someone puts Jello in the comment section with the Super Chat, we'll make Harris say it on there. Harris here is a small baller.
I refuse to say any of their names besides Lonzo.
All right, folks, we'll take it now to some Carmelo Anthony talk. Now, he's not a free agent yet, but he's going to be, Harris, because ain't no one's trading for that contract.
No one's trading for Carmelo Anthony. No one's going to trade for Melo. And it's so funny.
I would have said Ryan Anderson for Melo, who says no, but Houston, I think, actually needs Ryan Anderson now because they need another forward player this offseason.
Yeah, because Ryan Anderson's going to be the answer for them on defense.
He can shoot.
Oh, God. Look, Melo is one of the most interesting players I've ever seen in the NBA. He helped me fall in love with college basketball when he was at Syracuse. And since he's been in the NBA, he has been one of the most interesting players in the NBA. And it is no surprise to me at all that his career has, gone the way of always making headlines, despite the fact that he may not really be that good anymore. Like, I understand there's a lot of Melo Hive people out there that think he was just misused by the Thunder last year. I totally get it. But he's 34 years old. He doesn't really shoot threes at a good rate, and he doesn't play defense. How valuable is he?
Here's my fear with Carmelo Anthony, and I'll make a parallel to my all-time favorite player, Allen Iverson. If Melo doesn't learn how to take a lesser role, he's going to end his career like AI, out in a not great ending.
No, just the other thing for me, like, I know when we look at these teams with Carmelo Anthony, as we go through these teams, I want you to ask yourself, does Carmelo Anthony make this team better? It is no longer just you're getting Carmelo Anthony. Holy cow, we're getting Carmelo Anthony.
It's not the same guy anymore.
Is 34-year-old Carmelo Anthony an improvement for this team? And I think you will see most of the time, maybe not. And I think that's kind of the craziest issue right now with Carmelo.
All right, we'll take it now through 4 teams that could sign Melo. All 4 have been linked by various organizations. We'll start here with the Philadelphia 76ers. They are here at number 4. The Ringer said that they made sense as an option. I guess they could use another wing, but there's a reason that this one is here on the 4th option.
Again, ask yourself the question, does having Carmelo Anthony make the Philadelphia 76ers a better basketball team for next year? And I think you can make a very obvious argument that no, he doesn't. If anything, I think he ruins the rotation of what they're trying to do next season.
Here's a potential Melo lineup.
There's a reason why they brought in Wilson
How do you play
Chandler.
Melo and Dario together?
Yeah, how do you play Melo with anyone together? I mean, do you move Melo back to the 3 as a 6'11", slow, small forward who doesn't play defense? Look, again, ask yourself if this makes the Sixers better. Let's say they're in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics. How many minutes are you really going to play Carmelo Anthony in the playoffs? At this point, 15? Maybe 15. He doesn't play defense. If he played that much defense, I think he would be an infinitely better signing. He played so little defense last year that the Thunder, with a 4-man crew of Russell Westbrook, Andre Roberson, Paul George, and Steven Adams, 4 men would have played better defense without him. That 4-man lineup had a better defensive rating than their 5-man lineup with Carmelo Anthony. Why?
So you're saying that's a bad thing?
That's bad. I love Carmelo Anthony. I want to make that very clear. He is one of my favorite players of all time. But at this time, I don't know how much he can really help you win a title. I don't really see where his positives come in. I would love it. I would love to have Carmelo Anthony putting up 22 points a night in Atlanta. Let him go get some buckets. Let him go have some fun. But does Carmelo Anthony averaging 13 points per game off your bench really make you that much better of a team? I just think there are a lot better ways that you can spend your money right now. But that's just me.
All right, folks. So the Sixers there check in as the 4th option for Carmelo Anthony. Doesn't seem all that likely, but they do have the room exception available.
Yes.
All right, folks, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers here on our YouTube page, so subscribe now. We're almost at that 53K mark. I better reach it by the end of the show.
Oh, I do.
But 100K is the next milestone.
That is the milestone. We're going to get there, Tom. We're going to get there, and when we do, we are going to pop 2 bottles of champagne. 2 bottles of champagne. Champagne showers for everyone in the office. It'll be a great time.
All right, there. So we mentioned that Melo and the Sixers are the 4th option. How about the Melo and the Heat?
Perfect.
D-Wade.
See, does adding Carmelo Anthony make the Miami Heat a better basketball team? Absolutely, because there's no one else on this team that has a legitimate, ceiling to score like Carmelo Anthony does. You got the Banana Boat crew going, the Super Friends, or at least half the Super Friends with Melo and Dwayne Wade. And look,
but does Melo count as a Banana Boat member? Because technically,
he
wasn't on the Banana Boat with them.
He's not
Gabriel Union was on the Banana Boat with them.
If he's not on the Banana Boat, that is fine. He is, as what I like to call, part of the Super Friends. The Super Friends is Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Melo. That are the Super Friends that was created during the Olympics back in 2008. But anyway, look, this would be perfect for Melo. Why? He could just come in and pump out 25, 26 shots a night. No one will say anything. It'll keep the ball away from Hassan Whiteside, which will make Pat Riley really happy. And then, it maybe blows up Goran Dragic's trade value because all of a sudden he's averaging 8 to 9 assists a game just from passing the ball to Melo. I just don't. This is really the only team that I could see him actually being happy on. I don't think he wants to be a bench guy anymore.
Well, I still think he's a bench guy with the Heat, though.
I
think he comes off the bench.
I think they'd start him just who are you going to start over him? James Johnson?
The Heat are trying to win games.
Kelly Olynyk? No, they're not.
Yes, they are. The Heat are trying to make the playoffs.
Do they really want to win games?
Yeah, they do.
They really want to win games.
They can't tank. They got future picks going out.
They really want to win
games. They got to win games. They can't tank.
So bad. Well, look. Bring in Melo, let him have some fun, let him shoot the ball, hang out with D. Wade in Miami, and be part of the Miami Heat team that he always wanted to be part of. You know, by the way, that it really made him mad when Bosch was on that Super 3 team.
Of course he was.
It made him really mad. He was stuck in New York getting blown out of the playoffs every year.
All right, folks, we're going to break down the top 2 options. I think you guys know who those are here in just a second, but first, a very quick message. Hello, friends. Quick break from the show here, but while I've got you, follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I know you're here for our NBA coverage, but the NFL season is fast approaching, and if you want the best Cowboys and NFL coverage, hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. Send me all your questions. After all, I don't just cover the NBA. All right, guys, hit that follow button, and while you're doing that, we'll take you back to some more NBA coverage with myself and Harris. At number 2, Harris, it is the Los Angeles Lakers. They are reportedly a, quote, preferred destination for Carmelo because he wants to go play with his buddy Bron.
A
mini Banana Boat crew.
It also helps Carmelo that he can live in his massive house that he has in L.A. and also probably, are they together? Lena, Lala, Anthony, and Carmelo, are they together? No, not together anymore.
Producer Lena says
It'll
no.
Probably allow them to be closer together at least, and maybe it helps the kids a little bit more. But, I just don't. If you're the Lakers, and you give Melo a 1-year deal, fine. Give Melo a 1-year deal. But do you really want Carmelo Anthony taking away minutes from Kyle Kuzma and the likes of Brandon Ingram and Mo Wagner?
Now that's a fair point.
Do you want Melo taking very important growth minutes with LeBron James away from those young guys? And again, this is coming from a top 10 Carmelo Anthony fan on this planet. I still think he's a good NBA player.
You don't sound like a top 10 Melo fan right now.
No, I don't, because I don't think he belongs on a playoff team right now. I just don't know how a guy who doesn't shoot threes at great clips.
If Harris is a hater, say so in the comments.
Defense a lot, then what does he bring? What does he bring this Lakers team besides more entertainment value? And honestly, in terms of entertainment value, maybe that's all that the Lakers really need. I mean, this team is going to be on national television so much that having Melo on the team is probably going to do good things for them. But
it's a fun team.
It is a fun team. It absolutely is a fun team. And by the way, no, I don't hate Carmelo Anthony.
See all the commenters say hater. There we go. I love it. I love you guys. Never change.
People have been arguing to me before that Carmelo Anthony isn't a Hall of Famer. You guys are crazy. Carmelo Anthony is a surefire NBA Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest pure scorers to have ever graced the game of basketball. But if you're the Lakers, do you want Melo taking away important crunch time minutes from Kyle Kuzma? Because that's what's going to end up happening. You can't put Kyle Kuzma at the center spot and have him on the court at the same time as Melo. It just doesn't work like that. So I think from a basketball standpoint, from a fun standpoint, it might work. From a team-building standpoint, I think the Lakers will go another direction.
We made note of this not that long ago on the show here that Houston has lost another forward in Luke Mbah-a-Moute. And as a result of that per Woj, the Houston Rockets are now determined to land Carmelo Anthony. So, yeah, Houston here is your number one option. And this makes perfect sense. They
Oh,
were
it
going to
does.
be number one anyway before the Woj tweet because Houston wanted Melo last year.
It makes all the sense in the world. But if we're trying to frame this as, hey, the Rockets lost all these forwards, but it's okay because they got Carmelo Anthony, then what are we doing here? They didn't lose 2 forwards, by the way. They lost 2 3-and-D defensive stoppers in Trevor Ariza and Luke Mbah-a-Moute. They are gaining, and unfortunately, an inefficient, non-3-point shooting, non-defensive playing 6'11 wing who maybe is playing out of position at the 4. That is what they're getting in Melo. Like, Melo, in terms of what the Rockets want to do, I mean, sure, he can launch up way more threes. And I think that'd be good for him. I think he needs to become more of a pure three-point shooter.
He shot about 36% last year.
That's not great. I mean, he's never been an outstanding three-point shooter.
There have been some flashes of 40%.
I don't think he's come. I think he's hit 40% twice in his NBA career, and obviously at 34 years old, that's probably not coming around anymore. But again, for me, it all comes down to the defense. It all comes down to the fact that this Rockets team beat you last year by using Chris Paul, Trevor Ariza, the likes of PJ Tucker and others to force you to the rim to have to shoot around Clint Capella or have good perimeter defense from Chris Paul and James Harden trying a bit harder. No more Mbah-a-Moute, no more Ariza. How do you defend a wing? Who's defending Kevin Durant? Melo?
PJ Tucker. It's PJ Tucker.
Melo's going to guard Kevin Durant in the playoffs? PJ Tucker's going to guard? Woo! Oh, boy.
I want to make note here. I did see this in the comment section about how maybe Mike D'Antoni doesn't want to coach Melo. The report was that he's fine with it. He's okay with it now.
Unlike Kawhi Leonard, these men are adults, and they can get over things that happened in the past. But look, with the Rockets, again,
I'll make note of this. I'll make it from a positive side here. This allows you to put Eric Gordon on the bench.
It does.
His best fit.
That is true. But I just want look towards the playoffs. Who is defending Kevin Durant on this team? Who is defending the other great wing players that we have in the West? It cannot be Carmelo Anthony for an entire season. We saw what happened. Guys, we go back to the episode of the trade deadline when we talked about what was going to happen if the Thunder let Melo take over once Roberson went down. Melo took over, Roberson went down, and the entire defense of one of the best defensive teams in basketball did this.
Apart.
Gone. Vanished into thin air. It's going to happen again to the Rockets.
All right, folks. We'll be back here again in just a second with some more NBA coverage. But first, a very quick message.